The topic we're gonna talk about today is it's pretty personal for me. So if anybody else wanna, chime in, of course you can chime in, but this topic is going out to my black men, and it's very personal for me because I'm a black man. So, I want to go over, some statistics that I seen. They're from 2020. They haven't updated the new ones yet, but I'm sure the new ones are very similar. This is on Brookings.edu. It's a pretty official site, and it talks about some of the challenges that black men face, right? So I just want to kind of show some statistics to put it into a perspective on what it is that we're actually going up against as black men. So we start off at number one, and we don't have to get too detailed into the readings, but I will like to show some of the charts. So first is our education, right? So if we look at where we're at educational wise, right? Black men here were last in associates, and this is between black women, white men, and white women. We're last in associates at 38%. Black women are ahead of us, white men are ahead of us, white women are ahead of us. That goes for bachelors, and that goes for masters. 4% of black men get a master's. That is just crazy. 28% gets a bachelor. So we ain't really going to school. Okay, upward mobility, right? Meaning what? Black boys raised poor are most at risk of remaining stuck in poverty. So it clearly shows you what? As a black man, if you are in poverty, you are more than likely to stay in poverty. You see what I'm saying? We have the most people in the bottom tier. Black men are at the bottom, behind everybody. Ironically, we go to earnings, right? Black men earn less than white men and women. So once again, white men are running the world on that side. We got white women, then we have black men, and then we have black women. So we do make more than our black woman, but we're still behind a white woman and a white man by a lot. Do you see the numbers? 735 to 1,000. They make on average more than $300 than us. Labor force participation. Black men are less likely to participate in the labor force. So what are they telling you here, right? That we typically go to jail a little more. We typically die a little quicker. The statistics show we're less likely to work, right? And we know that. That's a problem that we try to fix within our community because we understand we don't like to work. Unemployment during the COVID-19 pandemic. Black men are twice as likely to be unemployed as white men. Once again, you see where black men are at, let's see, where is white man? A white woman has a 2.8% chance. A white man has a 2.9% chance of being unemployed. A black woman has a 4.8%, and a black man has a 5.8% chance of being unemployed. All right, let's continue to the next one. Life expectancy, right? Here's another one. Black men die 4 years earlier than white men. So of course, you got what? Black men, we are dying, what? 72? And we're down to about 65. Sorry, had to read. So as you can see, we clearly die quicker than white men, right? Now, of course, women, they outlast us as men in general. Men typically die quicker than women, period. So when you compare us against a white man, they have a longer life expectancy than us as well. COVID-19 deaths. And this one says what? Black men are more likely to die from COVID-19. I mean, geez Louise. We're at an 80. They're at a 64. Black women are at a 64% rate. White women are at 34 and white men is at 33. We have a 80% to 34. Well, to 33. That's 47. A 47% difference that just by COVID, we gonna die. Even with COVID, we last. I mean, jeez. Criminal justice. Now, we know this one. Black men make up the largest share of prisoners. We know the reasonings, trust me. We know the circumstances. We understand, blood for blood, eye for eye. We know people can bring their reasonings for it. I'm just showing the statistics of the reasoning. After you say your reasoning for why you had to do what you did, whether you found it justifiable or not, you can see what? Do you see this? We just are killing. And you gotta understand, we are the minority here. We only make up like 13% of the population. So how the fact that we got more prisoners than white men and we don't even make up most of the population is crazy. Some is them coming after us, some is us slipping into the plot that they planned out against us. So, and I have a question for you at the end of this. So, and I want to show this one because, when you look at black women, right? Black women, they ain't going to jail at all. 1%. Look, black women, they ain't going, okay? We ain't going to jail. So, round of applause. Seriously. Because, white women go to jail more than y'all. So, of course, men go to jail clearly more than women, but all these statistics, right? And one thing that, these statistics are showing, which I want to ask, right? And I want to point this out, just to give some context of upward mobility, right? A third of white men raised by low-income parents ended up in the top 40% of the income distribution as adults, compared to only 19% of boys. So born into poverty, I have a 19% chance of making it out, while a white man has a 40% chance. That's just crazy to me. If we're in poverty, we basically ain't making it out. So after looking at these statistics, I asked my black men, what side do you want to be on? Do you want to contribute to these statistics in a positive way or a negative way, right? What are we going to do? When are we going to take the stand where we stand up and say collectively, out in the open, this is not okay and we not with that, We get that some of our brothers, black men, they are in a certain mindset. We have to show them that they can get out of that mindset. We can show them a different mindset by us going forward and being a positive to these statistics, right? Every one of us that make it out, every one of us that makes it further, that does stay in his kid's life, that does raise a family together, that does make it out of poverty, that does stay alive, that does make it to old age, that does stay out of jail. Every one of us that does that helps the statistics. It's just like, once again, one finger, poke, 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 that ain't gonna work. But if I punch you with a fist, okay, I can do a little more damage. Colin Kaepernick took a knee by himself. I mean, Ed Reed took a knee with him, but he took a knee by himself. If just all the black people on his team took a knee with him that day, they make a difference. I can't do it alone. I don't want to do it alone. I'm not trying to do it alone. I'm trying to understand who it is I can count on, who it is I can build with. Because I don't know about you, but when I look at these statistics, I don't feel good about our image as a whole. This is our image as a whole. When I walk out here, no matter if I'm not these statistics, I still have to wear these statistics as a whole, because this is the representation of a black man's image. If someone else come and look at these statistics, every other race gets to see a black man, that the black men are last in every category. So if you want to contribute to the positive side, I say, let's build together. Let's go out on the forefront and let's learn to build our communities together by being nice to each other, by being able to trust each other, by being able to speak to strangers and treating strangers like they're our brother. Okay, if I'm outside fighting a random black man and that white cop pull up, we're both in trouble. It's not going to be, oh, well, this one is cooler than him. No, we're both a target. Even if he's from a different country and he comes over here. If he's from Africa, he comes over here, we get into it. When that cop pull up, it don't matter. It's fair game on both of us. So, looking at these statistics one more time, we need to come together. We need to be able to police our own communities. We need to be able to come together as men and not hate on each other, but love each other. Yeah, check on each other's mental health. Make sure that if you're going through something today, there's a space that you can communicate your problems and somebody cares about you. You know, that's what we need to do. If we can do that, we can change these statistics. One great way, of course, is by coming together through God, because that's a central goal that we will align ourselves towards, which will help us stay focused together towards a certain mission to build a bond and community. To wrap it up in conclusion, I get it. We are strong individuals, but we are more powerful together. Martin Luther King couldn't go do that march alone. He looked way better with all the support with him. And we gotta support each other. We're the minorities. We can't afford, like other races, to make these mistakes. We can't afford it. We have to work twice as hard to get what they got. And it feels 3 times as hard when you're working alone. Well, maybe if we work together, it wouldn't feel like we had to work twice as hard, because we could help each other and pull each other up quicker. So I'll do another video on this topic, but I want to leave it with that. What side do you want to be on? A positive side of these statistics or the negative side of these statistics? Do you want to keep adding to the fact that we're last as black men and act like everything's okay? Or do you want to help make a change that we're last, so we can at least be even with the other races, if not past the other races? Let me know. Comment below. You know, I'm out of here. Until next time.